Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Analyzing the Game. This is Rudy Rodriguez Showmont from Come On Now, the podcast. As you all have known, we have been doing a lot of stuff involving Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, and the WNBA. Recently, we've done probably 20 videos or so over the last few weeks on Clark, Angel Reese, and other WNBA topics. But what we're looking also to do is to give you an actual glimpse of these games because a lot of people aren't actually watching these games. They're commenting, giving opinion based on national media narrative, which has been pushed to the brink. At times, you wonder what they're really talking about because what they're watching, I'm not watching. So I have broken down the Chicago Sky Indiana Fever game from Sunday where Angel Reese had a dominant performance. She went for 25 points, 16 rebounds. She single-handedly brought Chicago back in the fourth quarter. Kudos to her. She had a great, great game. Indiana was up 15 late in the third, up 12 with about 6.5 minutes to go, and their offense just completely stopped. You know, there were fouls that were they were committing really dumb fouls, a couple that I didn't think were even fouls, but called nonetheless, doesn't really matter. You can't stop your offense. So we're going to take a look at this game, and a lot of it will be focused on Caitlin Clark. I mean, I'm not going to pull punches. It's what it is. A lot of it's focused on Caitlin Clark, more so to show people how many times she puts the ball in the hands of her teammates, and they just drop it, and how many times she sets them up for easy bunnies, and they miss. So when people talk about the turnovers, she had 5 turnovers in that game against the Sky. She had 13 assists and 17 points. But if they had just made the bunnies or caught her passes, she probably would have had 20 assists going into the fourth quarter. And this game would have been a 25-point game and pretty much over. So when you look at the game from that perspective, and you see actually what happened, I hope it opens your eyes to what's going on. And it also make a point to show what a problem the coach for Indiana is. Christie Sides has no idea what she's doing. She has absolutely no idea what she's doing. To watch how she panics. She doesn't know when to call timeout, when not to call timeout. The Indiana broke open that game in the third quarter because they were pushing the ball down the floor. That's what Caitlin Clark does. If you don't have a team that's ready to run a track meet, you shouldn't be coaching that team. You should not be slowing a game down in the final 6 minutes when you blew it open running, when the advantage from the other team is their size. Chicago is big. Angel Reese is a dog. She will rebound and rebound and rebound. She will not stop. And then you have her next to 6'7" Camila Cardoso. Like, those are two large women. And to slow the game down simply plays into their hands. So this is a problem that I've seen with Christie Sides. She doesn't really seem to know what the hell to do in situations, which is why the Fever have been blown out in so many games. But they've been playing better because they've had a chance to practice. They feel more comfortable with each other. And you can certainly see the differences with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. But this game versus Chicago, they flat out blew. As much as Angel Reese took that shit from them in the fourth quarter, Indiana blew that game. And they blew that game because they don't know what to do down the stretch and because their coach just has no idea what the hell she's doing. So let's take a look at this. Boston really roll to the rim more, roll harder to the rim. Look at this, perfect entry pass. But again, here we go. What is going on? Why is Nalissa Smith in the corner for anything? She can't shoot. I don't understand why. That should be swung back around. Great pass, another blown layup. That's an open bunny layup that was missed on a perfect pass by Caitlin Clark. But I mean, going back to that freaking Nalissa Smith play, my God, what is she doing? Here we go, another perfect wide open Samuelson from Clark, an air ball. She's kissing the line and shoots an air ball. That's ridiculous. Clark dumps down into Boston, and Boston misses the bunny. When I say between the turnovers and the bunnies, they missed at 6 or 7 in the first half. Look at this beautiful bounce pass, and Kelsey Mitchell throws the ball into the bottom of the backboard. Like, she's left-handed, folks. Left-handed. That's a layup she should make every single time. No one was contesting that shot. Look at that pass to the entry. Boom. Layup for Aaliyah Boston. Run the floor with Caitlin Clark, and you're going to get buckets all day. Look at this. Caitlin Clark finds another one. This time Wallace hits the shot here after she missed the earlier one. Here, this is another one of these bug-out plays that drive me crazy. What in the world is Kelsey Mitchell thinking on this play? I don't get it. What is she thinking? Look where Caitlin Clark is. Weak side, wide the fuck open. And she's more worried about taking a quick, bad jump shot. These are the types of mistakes that the Indiana Fever make because they have selfish players. And look, Kelsey Mitchell has ability, but she's a very selfish player. She cares about Kelsey Mitchell's numbers. It's very rare that she ever passes the ball to Caitlin Clark. Very rare. In this game, she passed the ball to Clark 3 times the entire game. Can you imagine playing 36 minutes, the other player playing 40, and you only pass that person the ball 3 times? It's ridiculous. It happens over and over. And I don't know what the hell the coach is doing to, like, you have someone wide open, weak side of the floor, the best shooter in the world, and you're taking a fucking bad jump shot like that. It makes no sense. Contested jump. It's so stupid. Like, you're playing a basketball game. This understand this. When you talk trash to a trash talker, Angel Reese is a trash talker. She thrives on trash talk. If you've ever seen a video from Kevin Garnett when he talks about Tim Duncan would never engage him. You want to know why he would never engage him? Because it's what he knew got Kevin Garnett hyped up. It got him riled up. He wanted that. He wanted that trash talk. NaLyssa Smith feeds into Caitlin Clark every time they've played. She tries to run her mouth. You'll never outrun your mouth with Angel Reese. You're just not going to. And Angel Reese uses that as fuel. I hate saying, like, oh, it motivates her, because that's the stuff that's so corny. You should always be motivated to win. But she plays better when she's talking trash. If you don't speak and do dumbass shit like that, hand on the ground, because what happens right now, it's 82 to 70 now, 12-point game with 6:39 to go. That shot. Now, would NaLyssa Smith pass it to her? I don't know. Let's think about it. Would she pass to her? I don't know. But what I know is this. I know that she didn't have a chance to pass it to her because Clark, instead of going from the wing right to the top of the key where there was nobody, because everyone had sunk in, she needs to flash at the top of the key, not go back to half court, because she's no longer an outlet to her teammate. These are the things that they have to work on. And see, this is where I wonder what this coach has done to her mentally, because she's not playing freely, right? She's playing well overall, and she's the best rookie in the class. She's by far, it's by far. But those types of situations, like she's almost at times afraid to shoot the ball, because her coach has said so much publicly about her that she looks for her teammates more often than she looks for her own shot. And the reality is, while she needs to look for her teammates, for them to be the best team that they can be, she needs to average 28, not 17 or 16. She needs to be putting up 25 to 28 a game. And it's only because she's only taking 11 and a half, 12 shots a game that she's averaging just over 16 and a half points or something like that. So you have got to, whatever this coach has done to her, it's painfully obvious, because there are shots that she passes up that she never would have passed up at Iowa. Now, Angel Reese hit a shot. And what do? They run a play for NaLyssa Smith. Are you fucking kidding me? You're running a play for NaLyssa Smith. Like you're running a play for NaLyssa Smith. You're down 2 because Angel just mudded her again. You're going to run a play for her? They ran the play for her. Christie Sides, my God, beyond the fact that she stopped the momentum of this team, takes the ball out of Clark's hands on a few possessions, having Erica Wheeler walk the ball up the floor, runs virtually nothing for her star point shooting guard, everything guard. it's just mind blowing how the game changed because of, to me, a combination of brutal coaching and just dumb basketball. Here we go. Aaliyah Boston's got to make this layup. Like this is she traveled, by the way, but that's a bunny. You got to make that layup. God, man, that's why women's ball is painful at times. Make the damn layup, bro. Here we go. This is a prayer from Boston. She hit make it a 1-point game. Big shot, but that was a prayer. So this is the play right here. Another play right here where get it back. And Clark just stands around at times. Like right here. What is this trash can of a play? They ran a screen for her to go 28 feet away from the rim. If you watch that final play, you watch the final play, Aaliyah Boston has a lane to the rim. Instead, she pops out to the top of the key. If she goes to the rim down the lane, she has a layup or a 5-footer, a much easier makeable shot, not a 20-footer. Yeah, she had just hit a 3. But this is where basketball IQ in women's game, in the women's game, at times it's like, I don't know what they're doing in terms of film watching and just improving the knowledge. Because that is, Aaliyah Boston's not going to make that shot but once or twice out of 10 times from that deep. She needs to go right down the middle of the freaking lane. Clark will find her, because she does, and you probably win the game, or at least get the lead. Or worst case, you get fouled and you get free throws. But the entire play with Caitlin Clark popping out towards 28 feet from the rim, looking away from the rim because of how. Why aren't you running back screen, curling back screens for her? You're only down 1. You're not down 3 or 2. You're not down 3. You're down 1. This is the thing about basketball and women's basketball, that you see the mistakes. They're so glaring, but at the same time, you're sitting here watching Caitlin Clark give layups to people that they blow. So if you think the turnovers that she commits are her fault, some of them are, but I can promise you a lot of them look like the turnovers you see here where teammates drop passes, fumble the ball off their chest. I mean, the one that bounced right past freaking, that I don't think I included for some reason by accident, was the one that bounced right past Kelsey Mitchell right before the half. Like, that was brutal. It's on and on and on. But that's it for analyzing the game. I wanted to do this to show people what it really is when you're watching this game and see and looking from a broader perspective. I'm critical of Caitlin Clark. She stands on the wing 30 feet from the basket way too fucking much. She needs to move out the ball better. But I have to wonder if this is where her coach wants her to stay. I don't know. Because when she stays there, she's pulling a defender 30 feet from the rim. And there's always open people backside who are taking shots. Kelsey Mitchell took 18 shots. Caitlin Clark took 11 or 12, which, in my opinion, should at least be equal. They should both. If they're going to let Mitchell take 18, Clark needs to be taking 18 shots as well. So that's it for analyzing the game. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? What did you think of what you saw here? I apologize for the choppy video. I'm getting used to this and creating this stuff. It takes some time. So I'll get better and better as we do it. Anyhow, if you haven't done so yet, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast on YouTube, and also follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at Come On Now Podcast, and at X at Come On Now Pod. Come on now. Thank you for watching Come On Now, the podcast. Please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and ring that bell so you get up-to-the-minute updates when we publish new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Come On Now Podcast, and X and TikTok at Come On Now Pod. Thank you again for supporting this channel.